Hi and welcome to the Belfry. This is the Brabazon Golf Course. My name is Chris Ryan and this is the week of the US Masters, the first major of the year. The videos this week are going to be covering and looking at some of the shots that the golfers are going to be facing at Augusta, and we're going to give you some advice on how you can play them a little bit better when you're facing them out on the golf course. Today we're talking about chipping, and certainly even the golfer that comes out on top this week is going to be faced with some incredibly difficult chips around the Augusta National Golf Course. The greens are incredibly fast, they are incredibly undulating, and if the wind picks up, that's certainly going to affect how the ball rolls on the green. I'm actually at the back of the 17th green here. You can see from the flag that it is a little bit down breeze. That's certainly going to affect how my ball rolls and the speed at which it rolls. The whole green slopes down away from me, but more importantly, there's a ridge which runs about 2/3 of the distance right across this way. And you're going to see lots of shots this week where the golfers have to play away from the hole, using the slopes to get that ball close to the hole. Those golfers are going to need a fantastic imagination, and they're going to have to plan out how that ball is going to get to the hole. Let's go through exactly what you need to do. So what I really need to do is almost look at two different shots here. I need to establish what the ball is going to do as it's rolling across this top portion of the green here. Are there any slopes? Is it uphill? Is it downhill? How fast is it going to be? I then have to try and work out what my ball is going to do as it starts to get onto this slope and works down towards the hole. So as I'm standing here, at this point here, I'm almost looking straight down the slope. So I realise that my ball almost has to get to this point on the green if it's going to roll down to that hole. I then need to establish what have I got to do to get my ball to this point. So I really have to look at this in two different ways, and I really have to use my imagination to help me do that. So you're certainly going to see the golfers this week walking onto the green, starting to look from different angles, and they're really trying to just build a picture of how that ball is going to get to that hole. So by walking up and having a look, I realise I've almost got to hit my chip maybe some 15 feet left, feel like it gets just to the top of the slope, and then it's going to feed down towards that hole. So let me have a go. I've got my pitching wedge. You can see that I've got two balls. Not massively confident that I'm going to get this correct first time, so I've got two goes at it. And I'm really going to look at a landing zone which is on the green, maybe around about here somewhere, and then trying to visualise a point at the top of that slope which I'm trying to get my ball to. I realise that if I can get it to that point, it should feed down to the hole and hopefully leave me a shortish putt to get up and down into. So I've got my landing zone, looking a good 15 feet left of the flag. Let's see if we can get it down that slope. Okay, so it should turn to the right now, head down the slope. Okay, and that's not too bad. It's a little bit short of pace, but I've probably only got about 3 feet there for a par. But you can definitely see how it went out to the left, then it caught the slope and headed down to the right. I will hit one more, see if we can get a little bit closer, but if I'm at Augusta National with a tricky chip, I'm not unhappy with that, and I can hopefully knock that one in and save my par. Let's go again. So I'm going to go same sort of direction. Okay, and I might have hit exactly the same shot there. I'm not too sure if that's going to get inside that ball. Okay, just inside it, but actually probably needed to start that ball a little bit more to the left. And that's what these golfers are going to be faced with this week, is committing to a line which is significantly away from the flag that they're playing to. That's a difficult skill to master, but if you can practice this, it's definitely going to help you when you're faced with those tricky chips. Maybe it's downwind, the green's running away from you, you've got a ridge across there. Let's not think about the flag, let's plan out how the ball is going to get there, let's pick a landing zone, commit to that line, and that's hopefully going to help you get that ball much, much closer. So, great week this week, it's the US Masters. Let's look at how the golfers chip. We can learn a lot from them, look at their procedure, look at how they walk onto the green, how they survey the whole green, they then make their decision and they commit to that line. So, I'm sure with a bit of practice, you'll drop your handicap, you may well even get yourself into the Masters next year, and hopefully that video is going to help you put some scores together and make the cut in 2018. Okay, maybe not, but if you are faced with some tricky chips, use that knowledge, use that information, and hopefully you'll get up and down a little bit more often. Thank you very much for watching. All the usual stuff is down below. That's the like button, there's a comments box as well, and please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Loads more videos just like this one coming each and every week. Thanks again for watching, and we'll see you again soon.